He gonna have to pay for this babysitter.
What's up? You looking good.
What's up?
What's going on? You get in?
I need $250 for the babysitter.
You need $250 for the babysitter?
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm saying, like...
You want to go on this date, right? You want to go on a date? Want to take me on a date? I need $250 for the babysitter.
Why don't you get in the car? Like, come on, you...
I can't just leave my kids...
We've been talking about this shit all week,
without paying the babysitter.
We've been talking about this shit all week, though.
Okay.
So you ain't got $250 to pay the babysitter? I'm paying for the date.
Oh, no. Okay.
So you ain't got $250 to pay the babysitter? I'm paying for the date.
Oh, no.
That was a good question. If she can't afford to pay for her babysitter, she probably shouldn't be going on a date. Is she expecting him to pay for the babysitter and the actual date?
I'm saying, don't listen. I can't give you $250 now.
You want to take me on a date to these high-end restaurants and shit? You can't pay $250 for a date.
I'm saying the money I got is for the date, though. One for your baby. So why don't you have your baby daddy pay for the kid?
What?
Yeah.
So you only got money? Oh, okay. So then he should be taking me on a date then.
I'm
right?
saying what you.
So if he finna pay for the kids, then he should be taking me on a date.
Listen,
because what did you say?
I was looking forward to this. And you
I was too. But
$250.
Babysitter, yes. Kids got to get taken care of.
I could give you the $250, but
okay, then what's the problem then? What's the problem?
Because I had plans cutting.
Okay, you should still have. How's that cutting into the date money?
I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. I was looking forward.
I understand how that's cutting into the date money.
I'm saying, like, come on, you should have had that shit taken care of before I pulled up.
What? Okay, so then I think you should pull off because
that's how you feel.
Well, we ain't having this date if I can't. Right? Because
that's not my responsibility.
If you want to take me on a date, it's gonna be your responsibility. What you talking about? It's not your responsibility. Because
that's not my responsibility.
If you want to take me on a date, it's going to be your responsibility. What you talking about is not your responsibility.
I don't know who she used to go on dates with, but it seems like that person gave her the wrong idea of what's normal when it comes to what a man should do when taking her out. He shouldn't be responsible for your bills just because he wants to get to know you.
You know what? Yes, you can pull off because you already talking about my kids. That's your responsibility. You know I had kids when you met me. So if you want to date me, then yes, we're gonna do these kids together.
The first date,
you knew
though,
that. If you want to date me, then yes, we're gonna do these kids together.
The first date,
you knew that.
What does she mean by we going to do this kids together? He is just a stranger, and this is the first time you are meeting each other. So why should someone who doesn't know you take on your responsibilities?
We've been talking about this all
It don't matter. You've been hearing my kids in the background of the phone calls.
I'm saying maybe if you would have told me this in the beginning, then maybe I could have paid for it. But you hit me right when I pulled up talking about you need $250.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Right away.
I had plans for us. I was looking forward to this.
Okay, well then go and find somebody else then.
I'm saying, listen, I don't even need to be with you for real. Like this shit.
No, you don't. You don't. Because your first day you talking about my kids not your responsibility.
You ain't got $250. Your family can't watch your kids for free. Your baby daddy can't watch your kids.
Obviously not.
Obviously not.
Obviously not.
All right, you close my door.
Yep.
At this point, it's not even about the money, but the energy behind it. She believes that he is responsible for it, and he should know it by default. Can you shut my door, please? $250? How long is she going to be gone? She's tripping. I'm not paying for your kids, and then take you on a date. Don't go on a date if you can't afford to pay for your own sitter. Just imagine the second date. Pay rent, bills, nails, haircut, spa, shopping, gym, McDonald's for kids. $250? Are they staying for a week? She shouldn't expect someone she barely knows to pay for her expenses just because he decided to take her on a date. It's not his responsibility to cover her costs. If she can't afford a babysitter, she shouldn't be going on a date in the first place. It's her responsibility to manage her own childcare, and she should make sure it has been sorted before even considering going out. Her current approach to dating could make it difficult for her to find a partner because most men will not be willing to pay $250 for a babysitter plus the usual date expenses. That's a lot of money to ask from someone on a first date. This can be seen as a red flag to most men. If she thinks it's normal to ask him to cover this kind of cost from the get-go, what might she expect later? Maybe on the second date, she probably will be asking him to pay for her rent or other bills. But $250 for a babysitter seems like a steep price for just one evening. A typical date lasts only a few hours, so why does she need to pay that much? Are they staying for an extended period, or is she asking for this money to cover something else? It's important to be clear about why she's expecting such a large amount. It's definitely unreasonable.
Next, we have a single mother who is trying to control her ex-partner's moves, even though they are no longer together. It seems like she isn't aware that they already split, and what he does with his life is no longer her concerns.
So today, my co-parent is leaving for a work trip. His flight was at 6 a.m. this morning. It is Friday morning, and his meetings don't start until Monday. So I guess it's an extended work trip that has to include the weekend. Just really don't get that.
Wants husband privileges without a husband. It's because you call him your co-parent. Co-parent, not partner or husband. My co-parent has been on a work trip for the past 8 years, with a custody agreement in place. Why are you mad? Give me a break. You're not married and he's got a work trip. Mind your business. I was a single parent with 3 kids. Welcome to reality. She shouldn't be concerned about the leisure activities of someone she is no longer in a relationship with. He is living his life the way he wants, and I encourage her to do the same. It doesn't make sense for her to check up on what he's doing, as it's no longer her business. He's no longer her partner, so she shouldn't worry about the details of his life. It seems like she hasn't fully accepted that they're no longer together, and she may still feel like he owes her an explanation for his whereabouts. But in reality, they are just co-parents, as she mentioned, and his personal life shouldn't be her concern as long as he's fulfilling his role as a parent. The dynamic has changed, and it's important for her to realize that the way he chooses to spend his time outside of co-parenting isn't something she should be monitoring. Focusing on what he's doing won't help her move on, and it could prevent her from finding her own peace and happiness. It's time for her to live her life independently and not worry about his personal choices. Their current connection is through co-parenting, and as long as he's responsible when it comes to that aspect, there's no reason for her to be involved in the rest of his life. By accepting that they are no longer together and focusing on herself, she'll likely find that things get easier and co-parenting can run more smoothly.
Why do you think so many women are choosing to be single mothers over being single married mothers?
Because it's easier. Because it's easier. Because countless women report that then when they become a single parent, their workload actually decreases, even though the other adult in the home has been removed. Because countless women report that despite the stressors that come with being a single mom, they still have more peace and happiness being a single mom as opposed to being a married single mom. Because it's easier to do it by yourself without the resentment of having someone who refuses to contribute.
It isn't though. It's easier when you have outside support. Single mom here with zero support. We aren't meant to do this alone. It's so much easier. It's funny how much less lonely it feels as well. This is so hard. I left my job for this and now I am stuck. I needed to hear this, because that's exactly where I'm at. I'm planning to leave, and I know I'll be happier by myself. But who is raising these men who are not contributing? Really need to make this move. Their perspective might come from a lack of communication and understanding. Many couples face challenges in their relationship because they don't fully express their needs or concerns. When it happens, frustration builds up, and one or both partners may decide to leave, thinking it's the best solution. However, the issue might have been resolved if both were committed to address the problem together. In my opinion, working through the issues is often a better choice, especially when children are involved. Solving relationship problems creates a more stable and healthy environment, allowing the child to be raised in a two-parent household. When the relationship is healthy, a two-parent home is generally the best setting for a child's development. The challenges of single parenting can be difficult, and many women openly talk about the struggles they face after leaving their relationships. These experiences highlight that raising a child alone can be overwhelming, as parenting is ideally a shared responsibility. Their perspective on leaving might shift if they had a healthy dynamic in their relationship, with communication as a core foundation. When both partners work together, it creates a more positive environment for the family as a whole.
She already has 5 kids from 5 fathers, and now she is looking for another one.
So how old are you, girl?
I am 32.
32. Okay, since we got there early, how many kids you have?
I have 5.
You have 5 kids, girl? How many men?
5 men.
5 men? No, Brenda, why you not with the 2-year-old dad?
I don't know, honestly. I wanted to be with him. Monogamy is not something he wanted.
Why you not with the 4-year-old dad?
We have good communication. It was honestly never a real committed relationship, more of a friendship.
Okay. Why you not with the 6-year-old dad?
He's in jail for a while.
All right, girl, excuse me. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm just a genuine, down-to-earth. I am looking for monogamy.
Nope.
She might be better off trying to rekindle things with one of her children's fathers, as they already know each other. Since they have history, rebuilding that relationship could be easier and more stable than seeking out a new partner. This path could also offer a more balanced and supportive environment for her kids. They would benefit from seeing both parents working together, even if the relationship isn't perfect. Stability is important, and instead of adding another dynamic by introducing a new partner, focusing on what's already in place could create a more solid foundation for her family. Young children need attention and stability, so her energy would be better spent focusing on them rather than looking for a new relationship. By redirecting her energy to her kids, she can provide them with the love and support they need during these formative years. Her kids should be the priority, and it's essential to focus on their well-being. While relationships are important, her energy is best spent ensuring her children are happy and healthy, rather than looking for a new partner to add to the mix.
This is the end of today's video, and we hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, we really appreciate that.